Hi everyone, this is Amsaveni, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Amsaveni Arts and Science College, Satyamangalam. In this lecture video, we are going to see Introduction to Communication. First, we will see the definition of communication. Communication is the transfer of information from one person to another, whether or not it elicits confidence. But the information transferred must be understandable to the receiver, which was said by G.B. Brown. Next, Fred G. Meyer, he talks about communication. Communication is the intercourse by words, letters or messages. A process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs or behavior. Next, we will see the meaning of communication. Communication is the process of sending and receiving messages through verbal or non-verbal means, speech, writing, signs, signals or behavior. It is the act of communicating, transmission, the exchange of thoughts, messages or information as by speech, signals, writing or behavior. It is the art and technique of using words effectively to impart information or ideas, and it is the system such as mail, telephone or television for sending and receiving messages. Communication is giving, receiving or exchanging ideas, information, signals or messages through appropriate media, enabling individuals or groups to persuade, to seek information, to give information or to express emotions. Next, we will see the process of communication. The goal of communication is to convey information and the understanding of that information from person to another person or group. This communication process is divided into three basic components. A sender transmits a message through a channel to the receiver. The sender first develops an idea which is composed into a message and then transmitted to the other party, who interprets the message and receives meaning. Information theorists have added somewhat more complicated language. Developing a message is known as encoding. Interpreting the message is referred to as decoding. The communication is a dynamic process that begins with the conceptualization of ideas by the sender, who then transmits the message through a channel to the receiver, who in turn gives the feedback in the form of some message or signal within the given time frame. Thus, there are 7 major elements of communication process. They are sender, receiver, encoding, decoding, message, feedback and communication channel. First, we will see the sender. The sender or the communicator is the person who initiates the conversation and has conceptualized the idea that he intends to convey it to others. Encoding. The sender begins with the encoding process, wherein he uses certain words or nonverbal methods such as symbols, signs, body gestures, etc. to translate the information into a message. The sender's knowledge, skills, perception, background, competencies, etc. has a great impact on the success of the message. Next one is message. Once the encoding is finished, the sender gets the message that he intends to convey. The message can be written, oral, symbolic or non-verbal such as body gestures, silence, signs, sounds, etc. or any other signals that triggers the response of a receiver. Next one is communication channel. The sender chooses the medium through which he wants to convey his message to the recipient. It must be selected carefully in order to make the message effective and correctly interpreted by the receiver. The receiver is the person for whom the message is intended or targeted. He tries to comprehend it in the best possible manner such that the communication objective is attained. Next one is decoding. Here the receiver interprets the sender's message and tries to understand it in the best possible manner. An effective communication occurs only if the receiver understands the message in exactly the same way as it was intended by the sender. The last one is feedback. The feedback is the final step of the process that ensures the receiver has received the message and interpreted it correctly as it was intended by the sender. The response of the receiver can be verbal or non-verbal. That's all. Thank you.